Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. We are on take number 4. It's absolutely fantastic. We're having so much fun here today, just trying to shoot a deck review for you. So here's the deal, right? So the only time that we ever do multiple takes is usually when it comes to the kiddos. Okay, if something happens with the kiddos, I usually stop it, no matter where I'm at, because that's what I got to do, right? So let me catch you up here. We've got the Bicycle Sea Kings. These are brand new bicycles. Found them at my local 7-Eleven. They kind of remind me of the Jubilee and the Majestic that were launched last year. Back design there. These are called the Sea King. Absolutely gorgeous looking cards. We've got the top off. So yes, these are from 2021. Trusted since 1885 for bicycle, right? We got them opened up. I'm just catching you up for where we're at. There's a beautiful little seal on the inside. Looks like a little flower. We got them opened up. Okay. A little bit of embossing on the box, but other than that, nothing on the inside. We have a nice looking ad card. This ad card has the same colorway as the deck. A little bit of a flicker shot for you there. So that'll go in our extra deck. Now, the cards feel pretty decent. Almost like a nice little, maybe even a little bit better than regular bikes. But talk about that a little bit more in a second. Look at these jokers. This is as far as I've made it, right? These jokers, absolutely gorgeous. The way that they have the background in there, really nice. And the way that they do the color on the two of them there really helps it stand out. So I love that. Here's what I'm going to say. The Majestics, I feel like this pulls off the colorway a little bit better than the Majestics tried to, because that purple on the Majestic just didn't really resonate very well with me. But this blue color, having it on the back, perfect. So let's go through the cards here. We're going to be a little bit closer here for you. So it's got that background, and all of the pips are surrounded, so that's really cool. There's the court cards. I'm going to say these are an instant hit for me. I love them. There's something to them. You know, there's like a little bit more to them than normal. Trying not to go through them too quickly, and I'm curious to see what's at the end. You know, that's gotta be careful with that. And like I said, we'll try to do a little bit of a close-up. We might even do, there's something peeking already at the end there. So I'm really curious about that. Oop, dropping some clubs. I shore that up a little bit. We don't want to give too much away. So we'll do a little bit of a pictorial with these. We're gonna try to get the pictures out at the same time as the video, like while I'm uploading. Here we go. See what we got here. Oh, nothing. I got nothing. We do have a double backer for this pack. Interesting. So I've been practicing a little bit more. Let's take a look at that fan. Nice looking fan. Oof. I've been practicing my ambitious card routine in light of doing the ambitious card for card mechanics. So I feel like I've gotten a little bit better in general with that, which I will actually be showing you later today. Something else that I've been working on. We'll see how it looks. Nothing too spectacular. Just kind of playing around with something. So here we go. These are nice. I mean, I'm gonna say, because of the border being blue like that dark blue. How does it look with a backwards card? That one doesn't count because it is a double backer. So here's where you have a problem, right? So just talking about from the principle of it, right? So let's say you have a deck that is normal. We got our gray ones right here. So here's what's nice about having a deck like this. These still are nice. The foil back and everything. These are definitely in my top 5. I love them. So this deck. Oh, I forgot this thing has some. Oh, I could actually use this. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Getting ahead of myself. So with the white borders, you can actually turn the card around, and you could potentially do something like if you riffle along the side. You're not gonna, especially if you just open up the cards a little bit. You got to keep in mind that pip is right there. But keeping in mind, if you have something like this where you're beveling the cards here on the side, it's not going to give anything away until you really start to spread through the cards. So let's keep that in mind for that. But for this deck, if you bevel the cards and you have this card in here, that white line is going to show up. It's going to stick out like a sore thumb, right? Okay, so let's keep that in mind for certain things like that if you're going to turn the cards over. The other thing that you could potentially do is put some double-sided tape on the double backer. So pretty much how that would work is if you got the double backer in the deck, you have a pinky break, okay, just a little bit of that flesh in there, right? Then you're going to take their card, you got some double-sided tape on there, you stick it in there like that. You can pretend like if you want to fool somebody who might know some magic, you can pretend like you're doing, a tilt or something, but then just really place it in there, okay? Even if you want to show them, I would refrain from trying to do it from the front because you might flash a little bit. But even if you do, even if you want to come in here from the front, you can do one of these maneuvers and just let it open up right to that part right there. However you want to do it, get that card on top of the double backer. The other way. Messing up here, giving you some ideas, and I'm messing up. So you want it underneath the card like this, and with that double-sided tape on there, then you're going to have this thing happen where it's going to lock it in to the center. So when you spread the pack, that's not going to happen. And what that will do is it will keep it as a double backer. So all you need to do from there is you could do a move, to control it to the top, okay? And now if you were to go to flip it over, it's a double backer. So what you'd want to do is maybe do a peel off move, risk kill it, place it down, okay? And then potentially cut it back into the deck here. Or perhaps you can do something more like this where you actually get rid of it altogether. That way they don't flash the double backer. You put it in your pocket and say, here, we're actually going to, we put it face up in the deck, and as you can see, it's no longer there. So why don't we never showed them this card, so that's probably not going to work, because the only way it would work is if you actually clipped it yourself and put it in there after you showed the deck. So let's back up for a second here, and let's say you have their card in here. You got to be careful. Again, you'll have to maintain a decent break so that their card, so that it's not sticking, the double backer isn't sticking to the card underneath it. So something like this would be fine. Then you can take it and put it face up. Once you kind of get it in there a little bit, you can let it close and then push it the rest of the way in, making it look as fair as possible. Then when you go to spread the cards, you're going to get something like, as long as you have a holding pattern that's pretty decent, then they're not really going to see anything because it's going to cover it. And then what you can do is you might even be able to do a calling action, which I basically called both of the cards right to the bottom, okay? And then from there, you just want to control it to the top. The reason why I say that you might want to control it to the top is for a little bit more control, okay? Or if it's on the bottom, again, you've got a taped double, right? So what you can do is you can do a pinky pull or pinky count on the bottom card right there. I can do the double right there like that. But what you really want to do is you want to unlock the cards from the bottom, because you've already shown the deck to be clean. The card is gone. Okay, so then all you want to do is do a little bit of a turnover. Okay, and now again, if you're holding it tight enough from this angle, that was fairly clean, but if you flash, then you're going to get this bevel that's all white. But here's the fun fact, right? They might not realize that the side is going to be any different than normal, especially for, so if you have a little bit of a bevel, then just cover it with your hand to get it back to here. That way they're not seeing anything. Now keep in mind that their card is actually on the top face up. Okay, so then what I would suggest doing here is you're going to want to get this card, which keep in mind that there's probably going to be some tape here. So you might actually be able to grab that with your thumb, maybe even cover it up like this and just do a little bit of a spin. Just showing like, well, you have a card right here. You can do a wrist kill. Something along those lines. I'm just building something. I'm just kind of thinking about it out loud to see how you would actually get away with doing something like that. If you wanted to have a face-up card in there, you probably could just get away with it just like I just did. Because you could probably just control it like this. So let's take a look through the cards here real quick. Okay, are you seeing your cards? No. Okay, what if we snap? Okay. And we're going to go ahead, maybe we're going to do something fancy here. We're going to flip the card over. You're not saying that you're flipping the card over. But let's see if we can do something fancy here. We're actually going to do some magic for you. And basically what you've done is you've just given it this illusion that you're spinning it just the same move, but all you're doing is just waving it. So all they're seeing is just seeing the after image of the back, right? But you've actually spun it and put it back before they've seen the double backer. Now you have this card ready to do something with it. So what that would look like is you might not even like, so how I would do that is pretty simple. Pretty simple indeed. Okay. I'd actually maybe do like a double lift, having this here. Then I would flip that over regular. Okay. Now you're thinking, how would that be any different if you just had it here and then you just flipped it over and then had a double? Because then all you got to do is just turn and flip it. So the same move that I just did without them actually seeing. So as you turn your body, so I guess you wouldn't have to do a double. So I know I'm going on, I'm talking, I'm rambling, but here's some ideas for you, right? So you can flip it over, not a double. Okay, but as you're flipping it over, get the double. And then you tell them, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take your card. You're going to hold it something like this in between your two fingers. And then put it into here. It's like that. So we've got your card in there. Careful not to flash that white edge. Okay, then you go into your move. Then you say, okay, now let's go ahead and go through the cards here real quick. Magic moment has already happened and you don't even realize. Magic moment, right? Did you see your card in there anywhere? No? Okay. Now, let's see if we can make your card appear on the top. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just give it a little bit of a wave. Just a little bit of a wave, okay? Now we're going to have your card appear back on the top. Very interesting. That's just an idea. But that's just something to consider. I mean, obviously, with the double backer, I mean, you could pull off something like this. Get a 6 of clubs. Okay, 6 of clubs is nice. Going to go ahead and put that right into the pack. It's gone until it appears right back on top. Okay, let's try that one more time here. We've got the 7 of clubs. Okay. 7 of clubs. We're going to put that into the center. As clean as we can get. Turn that around. That's when the magic moment happens. And the 7 appears right on the top. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and put the 7 into the middle. It's actually the 7. We're not jessing you here. It's actually the 7. Go ahead and dribble those cards. And there's the 7. Where's the 6? Nobody knows. It's probably somewhere in the middle. Right there. Okay. We have the 6. We're going to give the cards a little bit of a shuffle. Okay. 6 is probably on top. Nope. There's the 6 right there. Okay, it's the second card. We're going to take the 6. We're going to place it into the center. Into the center. And you'll actually be able to see all the cards that are different, including your 6 that's right there on top. Let's do one more thing here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of the 6 here. See how this move works for me here. I can't see, it's in my blind spot. We put that into the center. We've got the 10 of clubs right there on the top. So why don't we go ahead and take this card. And we're going to set it right here on the camera. If it will stay, it will not. But it's actually the 6. So that's okay anyway. This deck inspires me. It's actually kind of a nice deck. It feels pretty decent. A little bit of something let me know what you guys think here. We're going to do a quick little flourish for these things here. Something that I've been working on, and let me know if there's anything that's already in existence. That way I can go and learn it from them. So a basic cut here, basic cut here, basic rotation, but here's where it gets a little bit different. As these cards are up into the air and this is in contact, we're going to shift this and open up the fan over the top. Okay, then we're going to do a revolution cut down here. Okay, as this is coming forward, we're going to cut these back and around and close with a wrist kill. Okay, so one more time here. Again, I don't know really how this looks, but just let me know. Cut here, holding pattern right there. As you move this forward to cover revolution cut, close on the thumb, rotate into a wrist kill. Okay, changes the deck order, but I'm trying to get a feel for some movement here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. This part's pretty decent. Didn't really have anything there. Didn't do the revolution cut. So, see. As this is in the air, reposition for a fan as you revolution cut underneath, bringing this forward, cutting this back. You can grab here, rotate around into a wrist kill, okay, which then allows, if it's down here, maybe a reveal. Well, probably not going to do much of a reveal on that one. Again, just thinking out loud, maybe this should have been saved for the live practice. I guess I'm in the mood to do some practicing, I guess is what's going on here. So up to here, fan, rotate down, bring this back down, clip, and close. Thinking maybe when this comes into the fan here, and this goes into a revolution cut, this is coming forward, this is closing, maybe we can do a revolution to here. And what would that do to that card? I don't know. So anyway, we've had this video going on long enough. These are the Sea King bicycles. They're absolutely fantastic looking cards. They feel great. So keep in mind that if I can't do a lot of stuff yet, but I have done trades with certain people, and I do have to get out some giveaway stuff still. That's coming still. That's probably towards the end of the month. We are behind. We are behind. Let's keep that in mind that we are behind. Flicker shot. Okay. Well, thank you guys, and remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.